Do you recall the exact moment you lost control? His voice is void of emotion normally, yet today I can feel something lingering behind these words. It's the first time I've heard something other than nonchalance since we've started these sessions. I can't quite place what it is lingering behind these syllables. Amusement? Curiosity? Malice? Although I'm not sure why I think of the latter. Why, even though it's a small question, one that could mean nothing, the weight of it presses on my torso, so much so that the organ underneath my frail middle calls to him with a rumble, as if answering him, telling him what he wants to hear through their own language I can't decipher. My hands twist themselves in my lap, the raw and gnarled skin of my cuticles peeking out from beneath my sleeves. I should hide them, but the urge to gnaw is much stronger. I don't think twice before my middle finger finds itself in between the bones in my mouth. My teeth test the flexibility of my nail. Soft. Fragile. Lucky. He nudges me with his voice. I can't look at him. Not yet. My teeth aren't finished, not even close to done. Gently, I twist my fingernail in my mouth, tugging harder than I should, the urge near the edge of being satisfied. All I had to do was clench down a little harder. My brain does all it can to ignore his words, his stare burning into me even as my own is trained on an invisible spot on the floor. If I dare a peek at those wire-rimmed glasses across the room from me, I might stop. Might feel the embarrassment of what I'm doing in front of him. I refuse to look, refuse to answer his salt-crusted question. Lucky, he almost hisses, growing impatient with me. It's contagious, that frustration. It builds in my gut, grows and twists just like the skin scratching at my lips around my finger. His voice hurts. My thoughts start to burst with a pain like lightning sizzling my frontal cortex. I will my teeth to bite down harder, focusing only on the thing inside my mouth, but the image starts to take hold. It starts to solidify. The kitchen, the candle, the smell of him, the weight of his shoulder underneath my sweating palm. My jaw works now, fighting the sound of the music, the violins that were in the background when I held him, the soft lull of the angelic voices that made me close my eyes, made me rub my nose on his collarbone just for a moment so I could inhale him, so I could imprint that very scent of him on the membrane of my lungs. I could feel them inflate with him, feel my fingerprints copy his very makeup so I'd never forget. Remember the pores of my skin holding all his dead cells inside of them. Lucky, but I don't know which voice is which. Can't differentiate the authority of one and the call of love from the other. Was it the doctor calling me, or my memory coaxing me back to him? My lips feel heavy, stomach settling like a boulder in the ocean of my small body. The weight of my throat feels entirely too much for the saliva trying to work its way down. Yet I fall so slowly and completely whole into the image in front of me. My eyes don't even see anything, though maybe that's because my lids had been shut when I was with him. I was too busy letting the feel of him overwhelm me, let the hunger drown out whatever else. The saliva pooling in my mouth then, now, the fire burning my esophagus, boiling the lining of my stomach, the bubbles of starvation shaking my very core against him, against my too large shirt and his too large body. Lucky. Again, my name, his mouth, swimming letters swirling through my ear canal until my jaw unhinges, saliva sticking to the roof of my mouth and the base of my tongue. The strings of them shaking, harmonizing with the strings of the song still playing for me, for us. My breath hot, burning like my cheeks on his throat. Lucky, the doctor shouts, and it rips. The image falls away, my vision back on those almost too dark eyes painted behind glass, onyx to my brown ones. I peer down at the nail bed in front of me, the thing between my teeth, the missing piece from my finger. The warm crimson leaks down, twinkling in the fluorescent lights above when I slowly lift my hand to the light. I should feel pain, should feel something other than indifference at the sight of my nailless finger in front of me, but the wound only reminds me of the question that had been asked of me, the very thing I was trying to avoid and yet fed into the doctor's hands anyhow. My teeth release the bloodied nail into my matching red-stained palm. I don't bother making eye contact across the room as I hear the rustle of paper, the pen scraping the blank pages with my sins. Instead, I close my fingers around the nail, one by one, and pull my sleeve over my fist, waiting for the moment when I can savor the taste without prying eyes.